Well, a new public music and art movement has arrived in Australia. If you fancy yourself as a budding pianist or just like tapping on the ivories now and then, you'll want to get involved.
From next week, painted pianos will be popping up all over Melbourne, and members of the public are invited to have a go. Reporter Jackie Peake spoke with the creative producer of Play Me, I'm Yours, Patrick Cronin.
Here in the basement of Melbourne's Arts Centre, 25 extraordinarily painted pianos sitting here. They're waiting to go on display all across Melbourne, and the message is for people to be able to go out and play them and also to communicate with each other about that. I'm here with the creative producer of this event, Patrick Cronin. Patrick, tell me the story behind these pianos going out onto the streets.
Well, this project began in the UK in 2008. The British artist Luke Duram came up with the idea, and he came up with the idea and he was sitting in a laundrette. Nothing much was happening around him, and he worked in community arts, and he thought, well, how can I get people talking to each other, because people were just staring blankly into space. And he came up with the idea of putting pianos in everyday situations, so these precious objects which are normally kept in drawing rooms or concert halls, putting them in everyday spaces. And this project's been around the world to 37 cities, and now it's Melbourne's turn.
There's been about 1,000 pianos across the world, and here in Melbourne they look stunning. They're all decorated in different ways. Who has been behind the painting of these pianos?
Well, the Arts Centre has worked with a whole bunch of community groups and artists to create these pianos. So the couple of pianos that we're hearing at the moment, one has been painted by the Chow Fung Chinese Music Ensemble, who are obviously a Chinese music ensemble, have been working in Melbourne for the last 30 years. We've also got a piano by White Lion, who are a social service organisation for youth, who painted a piano. We've got schools involved, we've got the University of the Third Age, artists from Multicultural Arts Victoria. So we've got 24 pianos in total that have been decorated by different community organisations. And
the community organisations get to keep those pianos afterwards. What's been the response from the different groups? Well,
they've loved the opportunity, firstly, to actually decorate the piano as they want, but also to obviously take the piano back home. And we had all the pianos donated as well, and the people who donated the pianos really loved the idea that their pianos, which have been sitting in their back room for maybe the last 20 years, have got a new life, and they'll have lives in community halls and different organisations around Melbourne.
And tell me about the launch next week. That I understand is going to be quite a big spectacle and quite beautiful to listen to as well.
That's right. So we've got all of these pianos all over Melbourne for the 18 days from the 10th of January. But what we wanted to do was to have them all together for one night only. So on the 9th of January, we've got all 24 out on the lawn at Arts Centre Melbourne. Boris Connolly, who's tinkling the ivories now, is composed an overture for 24 pianos, and so we've got 24 pianos. We've got 37 players at last count who are all going to be playing these pianos. I think it's going to be a fantastic and fairly unique event here, all those pianos being played together very often.
Now we do have Boris Connolly, the conductor, or the composer rather, of the overture, and also Bommy Choi, who are just going to take it away for us right now and play a tune.
There you go. That'll put you in the mood for today.
How good are you at tinkling the ivories?
Not very good, actually. My eldest son, Jack, is learning the piano, and my childhood, I remember my nana playing the piano at the local church, my lovely nana, but it's about all really in our family. We should have more music in our lives.
I love music, and that ability for people to just sit down and create a party wherever they are just because they can play the piano.
Have you ever tried to play the piano?
I used to do that, chopsticks.
Yeah.
Not very well. Yeah. I did go to a piano lesson once, and I said to him, could you just teach me the music, and he said, look, you really have to start learning the basics, and I wasn't prepared to do that.
No.
I left.
You weren't prepared to put in the hard work, were you?
No hard yards for me.
There goes your
there goes my career, yes, as a concert pianist.
Let's go to the